Poducer.
Or did you have to do the toothpick bridge?
Yeah, I did.
Did you guys? Did you have to do that, Mace?
Dude, I made like a bunch of bridges out of balsa wood and then took it down to the science fair and like tested it with weight.
That sounds
Is
crazy.
that like cheating though?
No, it was like actually like a project.
Oh, so this wasn't like normal.
No, like I got saws and like X-Acto knives and a lot of glue and shit and like
Damn.
yeah.
Dude, you're so
I won gold.
Yeah, nice.
What did they test it with? It was just like a weight.
Yeah, they'd like what we did is we filled up. It was like the bucket was hanging from like the strongest points, and then they'd fill it with sand or something like that. And then once
and
it broke, they'd like measure the final weight.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you do that?
Not to that extent, but I did.
No.
I do vaguely remember playing with like fucking like the popsicle sticks in like chemistry or something, and just building something with like a group. Just going in on that.
I remember mine did not do well because like apparently if you like I just covered mine in glue thinking that would make it good, but it actually just made all the sticks brittle. So when they tried it, it was just like nah.
Yeah.
But my sister, my dad's like a construction guy. Okay, tangent on a tangent, dude. People like my dad's age, they just know way more about like everything, and we're all just like, yeah, I don't even know how my computer works. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, but like he helped my sister do it, and they like did great. And then I just somehow was on my own, and like my bridge just, I was like, yeah, glue.
You're like, this is gonna work for sure.
Yeah, and then it didn't. Wait, okay. Also, did you guys do that thing where you had the egg inside?
The egg drop, dude. Yeah.
The egg drop?
Yeah.
Well, we grew up in the same area.
Yeah.
So did you did
With
that?
with the sodium, like, or like the salt water? What was it that like? It's like some mixture that softens the egg.
And
or
it makes it like
bouncy.
Yeah,
or-
bouncy. That's not what I was talking about,
okay,
but I
okay.
do know what you're talking about. This was like you put an egg in some kind of like shield. Like you make a thing.
and you drop it and see if it breaks or not.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mine also did not win.
Oh, really?
I was on my own for all of this. I was just like,
Dude, I half-assed that one so much. I put like a bunch of like partially inflated balloons and
Did it
like
work?
cotton balls in a shoebox and taped it. Yeah, it worked.
Oh my god.
And then some other kid went really crazy and he got like a bunch of bungees. He like
Yeah,
3D printed like this
dude.
like hexagonal structure and then had like
course.
the thing in the middle, right? So it was suspended like around this thing, but he forgot to put the top on.
Oh,
so it just,
idiots.
when they threw it out, the egg fell out and it fucking broke.
what
Yeah.
an idiot, dude. He thought he was so smart.
For real.
He probably got nervous on like day of. He's like, yeah, like I made such a cool thing and then just fucked it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, I pay Mace in Costco trail mix
Yeah, and one beer.
and a beer. Yeah. I'm like, yo, dude, I got you. No, we'll figure something out.
Chill. I'm fucking with you.
We'll figure
I'm
something
fucking
out.
around here.
I'll go to Costco, get some pizzas.
There we go. Oh,
Sometimes we do pizza.
yeah, that's true.
All right. Anyway, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. If you could just introduce yourself.
Cool. I'm David, age O. I just turned 27.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels fucking like, I don't know. I still feel like a kid, honestly. Like, I mean, what else?
What else about me?
Shit, you're like, hey, 27-year-old kid here. No, but you know, obviously I make music, I DJ. I have a couple of like different like projects kind of going right now.
Twin turbos.
Twin Turbo, that's one of them.
Is it? Wait, no S, just twin turbo.
Just Twin Turbo.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. No, good. It's all good. Yeah, Twin Turbo. That's been one of those fun projects that's kind of like been just very free flow kind of deal. You know, it's just like me and Johnny kind of. I feel like we care, but like we're so like, yeah, if it happens, it happens. If not, it's not. And like, there's no pressure at all. Like with the Twin Turbo thing, and like, I guess I could say the same with like my age stuff. I just try not to put like too much pressure on all that stuff, but or take it that seriously. But I do take it seriously.
You care.
Like, yeah,
yeah. No, I get that. But I also feel like that mentality with especially the twin turbo thing, has been great. Like you guys have been doing,
dude.
We've seen some shows and like
definitely.
You guys put on a fun set.
Thank you. I mean, we have like such a blast up there, and like, I mean, me and Johnny just like vibe off of that stuff, just like fast music and shit. But
yeah, shout out Villa the Ram.
Yeah. No, we should call him the Kid from here on out.
The Kid.
The Kid. Yeah.
Is that what you call him?
Nah. No.
Dude, that's so funny.
But yeah, if we're gonna refer to the Kid from here on out, it's the Kid.
Dude, oh,
is that because like baby goat?
No,
like goat ram or
no? He just told me that we should refer to him as the Kid.
A new project.
He's like, yo, if Jerry, mentions me at all, just tell him to refer to me as the Kid.
Oh my god, I love Johnny. That's hilarious. We're gonna make a whole like meme out of this. So.
Oh yeah.
Word. Well, thank you for a brief intro. Who is Agent O? Like,
it's a good question.
Is he like I think of Agent O as like an undercover, like, I don't know, like mysterious.
Yeah, mysterious for sure. I'm definitely sometimes undercover for sure.
Okay.
It's really what like anyone thinks Agent O is, to be honest. Like right now, my focus hasn't really been on like, my focus has always been on like creating like my own music and just like really honing in on that, and just so how Agent O actually came to be, like the name itself, to give you guys like a little more like reference, because people always ask me like, what is Agent O, or like, sometimes people are like, is that an O or a zero? I'm just I've had that one before, true. Like Agent Zero. Like I'm like, okay, that's because
some people call 0 O.
Yeah,
too, like 01. Yeah.
So Agent O, yeah. So it came from like this like weed strain name, like when I was like probably like 16. Yeah, like me and my buddy like picked up like, I don't know, like a half ounce or an ounce of like something called Agent Orange.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. It was like just a strain called Agent Orange, and I don't know, like I just like up until that point in like my smoking career, I didn't know like weed that like good, or like ever smoked anything that good up until that point. And like the way that it looked and everything was just so like, I was just like mind blown.
Was like, it orange? Was it like
it was literally had like
hairs?
Hairy orange, like, and it smelled like orange, and I'm just like, dude, what the heck?
We're gonna get ripped.
Literally, I was like, what the heck is this? Like, I'm like, and it was so sticky and like bouncy, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is the name's dope, the look's dope, smoke's dope, it's dope.
Yeah. Word.
But yeah, there really is no like deeper meaning behind Agent O. Just it was a cool name.
Yeah.
And I was just like, if someone wants to interpret it, so like kind of like I have like 3 kind of interpretations that I like will be like, oh yeah, if someone was like, oh, what does it mean? I'll be like, it means whatever you want it to mean. Or I'll be like, it's Agent O, like the secret undercover, like, because also like my last name is Oliveira, so it starts with an O. So it's kind of like my, my not alter ego, but Agent O is like the abbreviation of my last name. So if I was an agent, like that's what my agent name would be. Agent O. Yeah. Doing some undercover stuff. Not really sure what field.
Psyops.
The music field.
Yeah. Like ghost producing.
Yeah, no, we don't do that here. No, I mean that's kind of like a funny topic, but
right.
Let's see. Yeah, Agent O. The other one was the chemical Agent Orange.
Yeah, because isn't that like a
it's like a war chemical.
Gas?
Yeah.
Like don't they like they're like you can't use that.
Yeah,
right? It's like one of those off limit things in war.
Yeah, basically it just like it just eats you in from the inside out and like from the outside in. Basically.
Is it like mustard gas, or is
it's
it
like
more intense?
I think it's like a more intense version of mustard gas.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So like, I mean, it could be whatever,
Word.
Maybe like that side, if I'm telling someone that side, it's like, well, yeah, I guess like my music could be pretty intense, but sometimes I'm like, you know, kind of mysterious in the way where like you don't know what I'm gonna kind of like what direction I'm kind of gonna go in.
Yeah.
But also, I kind of recently been, you know, doing more like some like UK garage stuff.
Yes, I've been enjoying that.
Dope. Glad to hear that. It's just, you know, with that UK garage stuff, I kind of picked that up a little more like in the pandemic. So like 2-3 years ago. Damn, it's crazy to say that 2-3 years ago. It's like time's flying.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and Johnny kind of just like were in the house, just fucking listening to music, fucking smoking, gaming, literally on repeat, like making music just on repeat. And it never got old. We're just like, dude, it's the fucking life.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude,
yeah.
like, I mean, for the situation that we were in and like how everything was going, we're like, we understood.
We could stay in lockdown.
We understood that like this is like a crazy opportunity to fucking hone in on like just whatever you want to get good at, like in the house or whatever, you know, just like that really kind of like, I feel like if you really knew how to take advantage of your time, you probably got something out of that. You probably got something out of that time period. And if you didn't, well, whatever, at least you probably got your stimulus checks and they already spent them. So that's gone.
I'm gonna try to offer a fourth potential meaning, which could be like you want the people who listen to your music to feel like it's the drug of that ancient orange weed that you smoked.
Okay.
Or something like it.
All
You
right.
know, like music is a drug, dude. Or I don't know.
Also, I thought about this other one that Johnny the kid came up with. The kid came up with this one. The Agent Ozone. So
Smoke Zone.
yeah. So basically, this Agent Ozone is going to be like the Discord, the area. Like, I don't know. Have you seen like?
I just got it, like the ozone
Yeah.
layer, dude?
Mm-hmm. But so like you've seen like people create like the like Facebook group kind of deal, like, and they kind of do like like the soldiers or something like that, or I don't know, but like I want it to be like it's not like like these are my fans or like these are like the people that listen to my music.
What
This
you
is
call
like,
them.
This is like the zone where you come to like do that. Or if like you're like coming to do that by yourself. It's not like you're like you get in the group and now you're just like you got this label like you're the music listener fan person. No, it's the zone and you can just come into the zone and just listen, you know.
Yeah, you get in the zone.
Exactly.
I feel that.
But then
AutoZone.
Are we Mace, did you hear that like drop? Or is that just maybe that's my headphones?
Yeah, what happened?
Did anyone else hear like a drop in audio? That might just be my headphones.
That might have been your headphones.
All right, I'm
good.
tweaking.
Yeah.
or your ear.
I have like a cable that runs to another cable. Yeah, dude, I'm just like spontaneously hearing loss for a sec. That
Dude,
scares
that's
me.
happened to me before.
Well, like when it's like
Yeah. So yeah,
apparently that's like normal.
yeah. So
Like it's healthy.
it's like so yeah, it's like I guess like mild tinnitus, but also I feel like for some reason I hear like a lower like tinnitus note when that happens. Like so I can't hear it, but when instead of like actually hearing that, like it'll just like my hearing will duck for like 3 seconds, and I'm like, oh shit, like, and then it'll just come back, and I'm like, damn, I gotta stop listening to bass music so loud.
Yeah, dude. I recently got my. So one thing I'll say is that I always see you wearing your
Earplugs.
plugs.
Yeah.
The custom plugs.
Even then, yeah.
Yeah, and I just got mine, and like for some reason my right one's so hard to put in. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Oh damn.
I don't know what's going on. I got, you know how like each ear canal is just differently shaped, or like no one's perfectly symmetric.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this is a perfect time to be like, protect your ears. Yeah.
Back your hard
real.
drives up.
Back your hard
100%.
drive. We got like a couple slogans going right now.
Hell yeah.
Maybe need one more, and then we'll make like a t-shirt line.
Is that where they like put the foam all the way in your ear and like you got to let it dry?
Yeah, they squirt that foam in your ear. They put a little string in your ear first though, so they can pull it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of violating, but it feels kind of good
Yeah.
too. You're like, oh, okay,
it feels like that pink goo from like Teletubbies that guy sucks up.
Oh, the vacuum.
Yeah, that was a total throwback. I just thought about the pink. Was yours pink or?
It was pink. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And I just kind of
Sensophonics.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Sensophonics plug.
Yeah,
Get your ears
Sensophonics,
checked.
Let's go. Yeah.
At Sensophonics. No, they're not paying me, but yeah.
Maybe one day they
Yeah,
could pay us. We'll see.
Sensophonics sponsorship incoming.
Yeah. Hopefully that'd be sick.
For real.
Anyway, there's a couple things that made me want to talk about, but I always got to do the obligatory
Got you.
first question,
Definitely.
which is, what was your first concert?
Oh man. So I wanted my first concert to be Warped Tour.
Dude, I wanted my first concert to be Fall Out Boy, and it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't my first concert, but it arguably better, but maybe now arguably better, but in that time, like, definitely it was a better first concert. My parents were like super strict. They never like let me go. I think when I wanted to go to Warped Tour, I was like 14.
Yeah.
And they're like, no. And I was like, but my friends are going.
Yeah, dude. I had a friend going to Fall Out
Yeah.
Boy, and my mom was like, nah.
So I had one of my homeboys, like, he knew, our moms knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so like there was like trust there, and she still didn't even let me go. I was like, bro, but you know them, like this is
Okay, let me ask you this. Was it more on the money thing where it's like,
not even,
no, you had the money?
no, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They just didn't want me to go because they're like drugs, drinks. I was just like, dude, I'm 14.
I don't
let
even
me
know
go.
what that is.
I was
Yeah.
like, come on. Like, I just like listening to this music. But like 2 years later, I went to Spring Awakening.
Oh, nice.
I think it was 2012. That was like my first official concert. That was like finally like, boom, we're full-fledged into the fucking electronic music.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was like listening to electronic music too, but also listening to like emo music, like pop punk music in that era. But I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Like, I feel like a lot of people that like are producers have that kind of like,
Yeah.
like similarity of like music taste. Where like, yeah, like we're emo kids kind of like musically, shit, maybe even like mentally, whatever. But like, hey,
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Like, listening to that music and like getting your feels, and then like also like somehow like I'm listening to and making electronic music. It's just like, it's like the best of like both worlds. Where like, I don't know, like I do listen to like electronic music like on the regular, but I feel like I've always been like a switch. Like, let me get my rock, let me get my emo, let me get my all electronic in, or like sometimes I'm like, no electronic music today. Like, so many influences from everywhere and everything. Like, I feel like parents are like obviously like a big influence on us in music. I know for me, like my dad, he was like also a DJ at some point. Like, he was
really?
like his like hobby for a little bit. And he was like a house music DJ. So like
With like records. Like,
well, no, he was like CDJ 1000s.
oh.
Yeah, or like 900s, or like just
Where
something
you're
like
actually putting in CDs.
Yeah. And it was like, holy shit, this is sick. Like, and he had like the whole like setup that like modern day CDJ 3000 DJM, but like of that era. Damn. And like, I thought it was cool, but I never thought that I would also be doing that shit, because I just wanted to like work on cars and just like do other shit. But then I was also doing like a lot of music stuff. I played cello for a decent amount of time.
Oh, okay.
Played piano also, guitar, and yeah, that's it.
Those were, I mean, that's
it's
pretty good, man. Yeah. Like,
yeah, being in an orchestra is a crazy experience.
yeah, I feel like, so Jay Willie was the last one that we released, but technically not the last one we did. But I feel like the people that have those backgrounds always have the upper hand, because you just have some music theory, you understand, you got to like work together, playing time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, and I played cello for 8 years, and I wouldn't have stopped, but it was like a money thing too. Like at that point, like a cello was like hella expensive.
Yeah, a nice one.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like I wanted a nice one, but also like I was renting my cello for the entirety of me playing, and realistically, I probably could have bought like my parents probably could have saved money and just bought me one right in the beginning, but also
Yeah. They didn't know how committed you were type of deal.
that, and obviously you grow, so you have to change size, and now you have all these fucking cellos laying around, like smaller cellos that like, you know, which
I
is
thought the cello was just like it kind of was its size, but I guess within the cellos, there's different sizes. Within the violins, there's different sizes.
if you like, I guess, yeah, like a little kid cello versus like
Yeah.
me in high school cello, you know, like that's
Yeah.
because when I started, like I think I was in 3rd grade
Word.
and I stopped in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yes, stopped freshman year in high school because
A minute.
yeah, I was moving and the other school didn't offer an orchestra program, so I was like,
Weak.
all right, I guess I guess I'll just do something else. I was already like playing guitar, so I was like, I'll just keep grinding on that. I also played that for like 7 or 8 years as well, kind of like in tandem with like the cello. So I was like, nice, but
Yeah, string instrument. Let me
Yeah.
ask you, who did you see at Spring Awakening?
oh yeah, swing that back
Yeah.
over to you. Yeah, shit.
No.
I get on crazy tangents, but I'll try to swing it back. I usually do. That was Skrillex and Afrojack, like the headliners. Yeah, on the Mothership tour.
Dude.
For Skrillex, yeah. He had literally the fucking spaceship, and it was like moving.
It would
and
go
shit.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was there. I'm like forgetting.
Was that Skrillex's first, or I'm sorry, the first Spring Awakening, right?
It was the first Spring Awakening.
Yeah.
2012.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Back when it was at Soldier Field and it was like the best
Literally
time.
so crazy. Yeah, like I mean that those like I mean not to a clear detail, but like just being there is like that memory and that experience of being there is just burned into my brain. Like it's just so like maybe it's just the drugs. No, I'm just kidding.
But like the 2-day thing, it was just 2 days.
It was just 2 days.
And
Yeah,
honestly, 2 days is
Yeah,
all I need.
for real.
Like,
3 days, like you're kind of squatting. You're like, shit, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Also with the 3 days, I feel like they like got you because to get 2 individual 1-day passes is like the same. So like you should just buy the 3-day.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then also they like spread out people on different days, and you're like, you guys knew that I wanted to see all these people.
Oh yeah. No, but that Spring Awakening, there's so much like I just remember so much Bro Step and so much Big Room House.
Yeah.
Like, and that was like lit as fuck, and we're just
Yeah.
like, oh, like
When the only dance is just the
Literally
cherry
just
pick,
like-
right? Like you're just kind of like
just bouncing, just literally jumping. I was pretty big into shuffling too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
I tried to learn how to shuffle one time. You know, Nada DJ.
Yeah.
He's part of like the Chicago Shufflers.
Oh, nice.
And I went to a shuffle thing, and it was basically just me like being like, is this how you do it? Like I was just like stomping my feet, kind of like. I by the end of the day, I kind of got it,
nice.
but I'm still not like out there like moonwalking basically.
That was me back in the day for sure. Like, you know, every once in a while, if like a song, like it really, like if you see me shuffling, like, you know, this
Yeah.
day and age, like the song's fire, I'm probably a little fucked up. But like, you know, like if you see me shuffling, I'm probably happy as fuck. Cause I haven't shuffled in like a minute, and just like, it really depends on the song for sure. Like,
Yeah. You know what? It's kind of, this is going to sound like the most old fart thing, but like I used to be so into dancing,
yeah.
and now I don't know if it's just cuz I'm like lazy, or I'm just like throwing, like I'm doing a lot of like
Yeah.
hand stuff.
Just straight gun fingers, bro.
Yeah,
That's
gun
all
fingers.
I do now.
Yeah, you just like look at your
bopping,
homie, you're just like oh.
face. You're like,
Yeah.
let's go.
But I used to be like so much more in it. Maybe I was just younger and like
Yeah.
limber.
I don't know.
No,
I guess
I don't-
maybe the age has something to do with it.
No, we're not gonna make it the age. I'm just throwing that out the window.
Yeah, I've seen some people in their 40s and 50s probably
Still
dancing
dancing.
harder
Hitting that
than I
shuffle.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. I would love to see you shuffle sometime. Let me ask you this: is the garage, the speed garage of twin turbo, is that too fast? Or
No, that's
like ideal.
Yeah. That stuff kind of like, yeah, that stuff will get me shuffling if it's like, you know, if we're hitting a groove or something. But usually we're DJing, so I'm not gonna like. I mean, shuffle. I mean, I could shuffle behind the decks, but I'm not gonna be like up there. Like
you could be that DJ that just like puts on the track and then goes to the front of the stage and just like, let's go, guys. Tonight's the night. Like,
all right, come on, guys, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not that DJ. But you know,
not today.
I mean, these days, if you catch me running out to the front, it's to listen to my own track. Mm-hmm. Like, especially if it's on like a nice ass system, and if it's like there's a path, like an easy in path, because like
that's important.
I feel like if I was like at a festival, I probably wouldn't do that. But I mean, if we're like at Primary or like if we're at like some show at like Avondale on the Hennies or something, like I'll probably scoot down there if it's like a fresh tune, just so I can hear it. But also most of the time, like I probably already like would have gotten there early and sound checked and shit. So
yeah, that's like I want to listen to a track here in a sec, but I mean you also do a lot of like live sound mixing, and I always see you like. So are you saying like if you're working, you're not gonna like put down the iPad and like go do a little shuffle?
Oh yeah, no,
you're working.
No,
you're
I
working.
definitely would be working for sure. I'm the most you get from me while I'm working is it's a hard head bob.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, this is good. We'll turn it up.
Yeah,
one dB, half dB.
That's kind of like why I like kind of like being involved in like that like work realm, especially like now that like Primary hosts like a bunch of like like NSW shows. So I'm like pretty happy that like I get to see like a bunch of my friends and like homies and like all the NSW guys.
Yeah, you're like
all the time.
I'm working, but also we're chilling.
Exactly.
I want to talk more about Primary because I feel like it is becoming a spot. But let's listen to a tune because you brought some fire stuff.
I did.
Maybe we start with the twin turbos just because we've been talking about garage and whatnot. But
yeah, let's listen to what me and
Never
the kid
got that
made.
downloaded, dude.
that's okay. We can you just
Just play it off the SoundCloud.
Yeah, we'll just do it out of SoundCloud. Is there anything you want to say about this one before we rip it?
Yeah, so this one, so I think the kid might have touched on it a little bit in the podcast, in his podcast. I listened to that all too, by the way. So
Word. Hell
yeah, that was lit. I definitely
Twin turbo.
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
So so this particular song, it's called Pull Up. I think we're still probably gonna come up with like another name, but like basically this song is something that I came up with, and kind of I can't remember if he actually did anything on this one or not, but I think me and Johnny kind of have like this like workflow for Twin Turbo where we're just like, okay, we're gonna work on our own shit, and if it's something that like we want to combine, we'll combine it. If not, like we're cool with like just still throwing like our own self-produced tracks for the Twin Turbo project. So like you never know, sometimes this one might only be made by me with some touches from Johnny or vice versa, or full collab, like which I feel like is cool because like Johnny could release something or the kid could release something. I gotta get in the kid zone.
The kid, dude.
He could do something that he really wanted to do that he wouldn't maybe been able to do with like Bill of the Ram, and like that's kind of like the outlet for me too. Is like, I mean, a lot of my music isn't as dancey as the Twin Turbo music. It's more like heavier, like bass music, not like clubby house music, which I love both sides.
Yeah. I feel like it's probably also like you sit down to produce and maybe the outcome isn't what you expected, and you're just like, all right, maybe that'll just like fit into Twin Turbo.
Definitely. Like, so this one, I definitely did more of like I feel like the H&O bleeds a little bit more into like the Twin Turbo side, especially with like my basses. So you'll notice like a lot of like really cool like sound design that I did with Serum and Vital in this one. So like I'm like kind of like tossing back and forth between a couple of those basses that I made, and then like the house pattern, like the drum pattern. It's just like starting off with like 4 on the floor kind of like house stuff, but with like a shuffly garage pattern.
Yeah.
And then the second drop's just full on like garage, like halftime stuff. So
Word.
I'm excited for you guys to hear. So I think this second drop, I don't think I've
played.
So, yeah, no, I don't think I've played. No, maybe I have.
No promises. You guys are putting out heaters, dude.
Yeah, for real.
Thank you.
That little chirp thing.
Yeah.
Is that a Metal Gear Solid thing? Or?
Nextel chirp.
Oh, okay.
Like, where you at?
Yeah.
You don't wanna step, you don't wanna step, you don't wanna step, you don't wanna step, you don't wanna step to the mud like you don't wanna step, you don't wanna step, you don't wanna step, you don't wanna step, you don't wanna turn up the bass line now. You don't wanna step, 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 you don't wanna step.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
You don't wanna step, you don't wanna step.
So, could we call this like 2-step? Also, like, is that?
Yeah, definitely.
Word.
Like this section specifically too.
You don't wanna step, you don't wanna step, you don't wanna step to the mud like you don't wanna step, 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 you don't wanna step. Pull up the bass line now. Bass line. Pull up the bass line. You don't wanna step, 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 you don't wanna step to the mud like you don't wanna step, you don't wanna step.
If you tell me this is a Splice vocal,
It is.
I'm so jealous.
It
You
is.
guys are so good at digging on Splice, dude. Johnny was too, I'm pretty sure, from what I remember.
Yeah. The splice dig. Even though there's a dig, like I've heard this sample too in like other tunes. Like after I've used it, I'm like, oh, I fucking use that.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, shit. All right, whatever. Hey, free royalty shit. We're with it.
I mean, it's like it's
Works,
whatever at
yeah.
this point. You know, it's almost probably kind of funny to hear other ones. You're like, oh, dude, okay.
Yeah.
Your mixes always sound real nice and like compact. It just
Thank you.
Is there anything like that's, I don't know, just like one little nugget of something, or is it just the whole the from the mix to the master, like that everything gets there? Or?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've already been mixing and like mastering my tunes probably for like, I wouldn't count my first 2 years, so because I've been producing music probably for like 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So, like solid 7 years of like good or feeling like I'm like actually mixing and like being productive with like a mix down instead of like being like, oh, now I'm just throwing this
I just
compressor
fucked it
on
up.
because
Yeah,
like
like-
I don't know what I'm doing with it, you know. Like,
And you went to school for audio design
Yeah.
and production, right? Or like audio engineering.
yeah, I went to Columbia for audio design production. Yeah. But wait, didn't you go to Columbia?
Yeah,
for
I did the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought we talked about that before.
Yeah.
Not on the podcast, but
There's conversations that happen not on the podcast. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still feel like getting my shit loud for me, I'm like, man, do I just have to produce into a limiter type of deal? Like, I know it's not good practice, but that's how I get loud mixes.
yeah,
I don't
no,
know. It's just like,
I do that.
yeah.
I do that.
Yeah.
I feel like the rules are meant to be broken.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like at the end of the day, you can still make like a track and push the limits a little bit, redline it a little bit, and it's still
Yeah.
going to come out sounding all right. Like,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my whole thing right now is like just like literally just going into Ableton and just not even putting a single thing on the master or touching any volume faders or anything. Just straight up letting all the sounds just be loud as fuck and just produce, not even worry about mixing.
Yeah.
And then even like if they're not loud, I'll make them really loud like in the beginning just so everything's like sounding like what I'm probably gonna like be putting out.
Yeah,
Kind of
like
just
it's
getting
like-
it there right away pretty much. Like just
Yeah.
like taking out a couple of steps just so I can focus on the main idea. Instead of like
Yeah.
being like, because I used to like mix and produce at the same time. I mean, I guess I kind of still do that, but like,
Like sculpting sounds.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely,
I was just curious because it's like I was talking to Kai the other day and we were just in agreement about, you know, once like AI just does all the mastering and like we can just, you know, all that stuff is not in the way and you can just produce and do whatever you want. That's going to be a good day. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
going to be like, oh, whereas people are getting their jobs taken.
oh yeah,
Like, of course, if you send it to a mastering engineer, it's going to be different.
100%.
But yeah, that's nice. Like if I could compete loudness wise with everyone and just worry about the content and the composition, that's dope.
Because I feel like I can take away from like your creative flow if you're
yeah.
like trying to fucking high pass the hi-hats and you're like, oh, I don't know if this gels. Maybe I send it down an octave. It's like, no, like move on.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then even then, I mean, either way works for sure. Like mixing while you're being creative, like everyone like works a little bit different, obviously. But what I found to like help me after doing that for so long is just like not even worry about that right now. It's just like
Yeah,
get it just there, you know, like just
for sure.
like,
And this is a whip
Yeah.
too, right? Has it been released?
No, yeah, it's pretty much done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's a whip. Yeah, it's a whip.
It's a whip because it
unreleased.
hasn't been unreleased. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
You mentioned a synth that I'm not aware of. You said Serum and Vital.
Vital, yeah. Vital is like a free synth that is also like, I think it's also subtractive synthesis. Someone might need to fact check that.
Or like a wavetable type
Yeah.
of thing.
Yep. And do its
So
thing.
I actually want to ask you about that, Jerry, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I want to like, how much of your sounds are you designing yourself? Because
Yeah.
getting lost in the presets of
Yeah.
everything, man, it's just
I feel like your sound design, just to add on to
Yeah.
that, is your basses are like, to me from the outside, is your strongest thing for sure. Everything else
Word.
sounds good too, but I'm just saying, like, I think that's what I like the most.
Dope. Yeah, no, that's good to hear. So most of the basses that I like, a main bass line that I would make, like it's definitely going to be like a bass that I made. So like if it, like the motif is in that bass line, like I feel like most of my songs are, where like I'll write like kind of like a melody, somewhat of a melody within my bass lines, but it's still like, you know, just like the main idea, like that's like for sure like all me. But if it's like a little fill or like a little like stab or something, like yeah, I'll use like a sample here and there. But like I also have like my own library of like sounds that I've made, and also a bunch of presets that I've made. So like you'll catch me basically reusing my own presets just to speed up time, and then I tweak the basses as I go, and then just save it as a new preset. So I just have like fucking presets on presets of my own sounds,
Of
like
wobbles.
other tiny iterations of like this one sound that I made that I'm like, okay, that's sick. Like, where else can I take that sound now? Or like if it was like a little like just a little like wub or something like that, like I'll be like, all right, let's make that into like just like this long, nasty like long respace or something, you know?
Yeah.
But that's pretty much like my process for like if you hear like a very clear main idea, it's definitely most likely like my bass for the most part. And I do also like, I don't have that many other presets from like other people, but I do have like a couple that like I'll use like a bass line to like try to like make it sound like something else basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you start on Serum? Or are you like a Massive guy? I started on Massive.
I started on Massive, yeah.
Yeah.
Massive into Serum, and then recently did kind of open up Massive again. There's a couple of basses too that like I'll just be like, let's do some Massive real quick.
Dude, Massive I think is making a slight comeback because it's really powerful. I think for a while there were just, you would hear a synth and you'd be like, yeah, that's Massive. Or I don't know. I mean, it's fun to bring things
I don't want to
back.
be a hater, but I always thought Massive kind of had a little bit of that digital feel, whereas like for me, I do a little bit of Silent and Serum and whatever. Those feel a little bit closer to analog for me. And the digital sound, I mean, it works for certain things, but it always kind of had that little like computery buzz to it that I just was,
I can see that.
Yeah.
For the most part, the first like thing I do to any like bass that I make, I just put a saturator on it and blast it.
Yeah.
Like I just like
Get it going.
all right, like, you know, I have a sine wave going into like a somewhat looking sine wave, and then I just like, all right, let's throw some distortion on it, you know, like let's just go there right away.
Yeah.
But yeah, it helps kind of like also like mixing into like processing as you're processing too, or like mixing that or making that sound kind of like into like a processing chain that you're creating as you're doing it too, because
it like accentuates the moves you're making in the synthesizer.
Yep. And then so kind of going off of that, I also have like a couple of like hardware synths. I have a Mother 32.
Oh yeah, the kid
Yeah.
was telling us about like just recording out like a bunch of modular type of stuff.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go towards right now. So I have like that Mother 32, and then I've paired it with an O-Coast before, like recorded like a bunch of like 30-minute, hour-long sessions of just me jamming, plugging things in, unplugging things. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I'm doing, but like, you know, it's honest work.
yeah.
And it is fun because like, I mean, you're experimenting. That's really all it is, and it's all happy accidents. And the way I use those is like, you know, similar to a way where like maybe I said something funny in the podcast and I want that clip. It's like,
little clip it.
You know, it's like literally you go in, you're like, that section was sick, or like just this tiny little thing right here. You got 30 minutes to like fuck around with. So, I mean, like you'll catch me like in one of those like sound design, because it'll be like a whole like just session where like I do it and then I probably won't edit it right then and there. So I just record it, get it done, and then like maybe like the next day or whenever I get to it, I'll just like, you know, find some good stuff. Or sometimes like I don't get to it, and you find me dragging in my 30-minute like mud pies into like a session, and now I'm just like, what sounds were in here that were cool? So it's like I have like a sample pack long on one track of 30 minutes that I can just pick from, and I'll have that off to the side, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, that works. But I made a decent amount of basses that like I recorded from my Mother 32, like just simple sine wave, just like out of the Mother 32, like with a little bit of like, you know, upper harmonic, like kind of like with the other oscillators adding like those upper harmonics to try to make it sound more like just like not a sine wave, but like not like a super
wave.
Distorted like square bass. So like kind of like in the middle, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that, and then so I'll get that sound with the Mother 32, and literally I'll just hit record and just we'll be playing with the filter knob, getting like the wubs basically going in and out with that filter knob. The filter knob on the Mother 32. I mean, all the knobs on the Mother 32 are like really just like really responsive, and like it sounds super nice. You can adjust like the resonance on the filter too.
Is the Mother 32 is this a piece of modular gear or is it?
Yes. So it's what is it called? I forgot what the like the actual module.
Yeah, you got like. So one thing I'll just say is, you know, to know your synthesis in a GUI is one thing, and being like, oh yeah, I know ADSR, I know envelopes, I know LFOs. But it's like when you go to modular, it's like VCF. Like they're like terms where you're like, what does this plug into to create like a send that is going to become the LFO? It's like another level.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I feel like, you know, the physical plugging in of like routing something to something, like, I mean, it's what like is already done inside of like, you know, like a Serum or something. But even then, like, you can do routing like that in Serum and any of these synths, but it's like the matrix.
In the matrix.
The matrix. It's like you got your patch bay or you got your matrix, basically. So
yeah,
but it's more fun to do it with hardware.
It is. It really is, because you know, it just feels like it doesn't feel like I'm doing anything really like in the synth unless I'm like actively like playing it or hearing it, but like in the soft synth.
Yeah.
But if I have like my hardware, I could just flip the VCA on and literally just have it on, like have a tone just going, and then I could just literally just go crazy on it.
It's also just easier to explain to like your mom or dad, and they're just like, yeah, like I'm plugging these things in, I'm making sounds on the computer. It's like, what are you doing, son?
Yeah.
And they're just like, well, I generate sound and it's cool.
Yeah.
All right, do your thing.
Voltage control oscillator going into my amplifier.
Yeah.
Modulated by a low frequency oscillator.
They're like,
Jesus.
nice. But when you see the wires, you're like, okay, I can see what's going on a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't until like I started like, and it's not like I'm doing it like hella often, but recently, like within this year and the past year, like shows and like bookings for me have like picked up a decent amount, and like I've just been telling my parents, I've been trying to like invite them to like the ones that are like close enough, you know, but like no, they're pretty proud of me, you know. Sometimes there was a time where like that kind of was like the
are you making money or just like
or that was like the shtick. They're like, so like you're just making these songs and like you're doing all this stuff, but like, you know, what are you actually doing? Like luckily like they know that I like have like a job and like can figure that out, but like they're pretty supportive about like what I do outside of my like, you know, work life too. So like they're like, oh, you got that like locked in, like, you know, what are you doing with that? You know, it's like, what's going on with that? You know, and I'm like, well, it's going. It's like, are you winning, son? It's like, kind of, you know, I got a couple people listening to my music on the internet. It's kind of cool, you know.
You're doing cool shit, man. I feel like this would be a good little transition into, you played in Minneapolis the other day. You opened up for Leviathan Jones with Vermilion.
Yeah.
No, I mean, how was that?
That was super dope. I did not expect that. I've done like out of town shows. I did a headliner in Iowa one time. That one was actually really cool. We'll get to that one. I did another one in Detroit. That one also really cool, but like I'm not a fan of Detroit. But this Minneapolis one, this Minneapolis one, which just felt so like, I don't know, it was just like great energy all around. Like everyone was like actually dancing. Like I mean, I can't really say sometimes that like I'll go to like a deep dubstep show in Chicago and like people will be dancing, you know, like people don't be dancing like that these days, I feel like. I mean, it also just depends like where you go, but most of the music we listen to is like a dancing thing. Yeah. And like I'm just like, you know, just seeing a lot of standing around and like head bopping, you know.
Yeah, there's like appreciating.
For sure.
I don't know, I feel like I've said this before, but it's like dancing is like the praying to like the music, if the music is the higher power type.
100%.
It's like showing your respect.
Oh yeah, and like I feel like, you know, it also depends on like, you know, if that song like actually like moves people. Like that's like you're getting down to like, all right, now am I making music that's moving people, or is the music that I make is so bad that like it's not connecting with people, you know? And seeing people move to my music, bro, it's such a crazy feeling. Like it's just so, it's surreal. I mean, like I didn't think I could do that. I'm like, damn, you're over there literally moving your entire body to this thing that I made in my fucking room.
Probably similar to like, you know, you're at a spring awakening for the first time and you're like doing that, showing the appreciation, but then to be doing it yourself, to bring it to the stage and then see people do that, that's probably like full circle moment.
100%. And like, yeah, these people were, so I threw down like half garage, kind of like half like dubstep set.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like been like my thing that I've been doing a lot recently, where I'm like, I love dubstep and like deep dub and like just heavy like bass music around like 140. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I love garage too. Like that's like my new love. Like I'll always love bass music, but I mean, the next couple of songs that I like we're gonna play, like it's kind of like my take. And basically, anytime I make garage like through Age No, it's more of like me mixing like bass music with garage. Like kind of like
that's the thing
like
that's
that,
really
like,
cool about your guys' project is, I was telling Johnny about it. I think I was like, yeah, it's garage, but the sound design, I've never heard that over it. It's a good mix.
100%.
Yeah.
And I've been noticing that like a lot recently too. Like just like other like producers that like I look up to will just like make like just like this like bass heavy garage, and I'm just like, holy shit, like this is really happening right now. Like we're kind of like coming up on like another like, oh, like, you know, drum and bass, like we love drum and bass. Like I bet you like within the next couple of years people are gonna be like, oh, garage, like we love garage. And it's kind of already, I feel like it's kind of already there right now, but like
yeah,
people don't really talk about it too much like they do about drum and bass, or like dub drum, or deep dub, or just anything like that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's one thing I'll also ask about is Vermilion, Gabe.
Yes.
Well, I feel like I use people's legal names too much on this show. But like I met him on a train, like one of those packed ass trains after North Coast one year when it was at Union Park.
Oh shit.
And I remember my brother started talking to him and he was like, Jerry, like this guy is going to Columbia too. And like I was just about to start going there. I was like, what's up, dude? Like,
yeah.
He had his long hair. I was like, oh, cool. Like, that's dope. And then it's just, I don't know. It's just funny. It's like a small world that like we met on this train, and now,
dude, yeah, that's
like
crazy.
I'm getting him probably, I'm trying to think, like I'll have interviewed him by the time this comes out. I don't know. It's like time warping through.
So funny you mention him, because I think you also worked at the same place that I met him at, Lincoln Hall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had the same internship.
I said I was going to talk about this. Yeah.
We had the same exact internship, and like we were like on multiple shows like together, and we're just like shadowing Chris. You remember Chris?
Yeah, dude. Chris was a G.
Dude, he is.
He's super good at his job.
Oh yeah. That guy's definitely goated for sure. Legendary goated person for sure.
This wasn't the French guy, was it?
No. Did you also work at Shuba's?
Oh yeah.
Fabrice. Dude. Fabrice would tell me to go do something. Does he still work there? I mean,
doesn't. I don't think he does.
Okay.
Actually. I didn't see him at the Origami Button show. It was
Me
someone
neither.
else. So I was like, I was like talking to Johnny. I'm like, or the kid.
Yeah, I
was talking to the kid. I'm like, yo, like, there's this French guy that used to smoke Parliaments, and the only time I got fucking time on the board was when he was out smoking his Parliaments. And like, I'm like, damn, that's kind of like a select choice of cigarettes. Like, I don't smoke cigarettes at all, but like, I've never seen those cigarettes. And I'm like, that's probably some like definitely like a French cigarette or some kind of like.
Yeah, I mean they're like they're out there. You'll see them.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true, but you know how they have the like,
Recessed filter.
yeah. Did you hear the same thing?
The cocaine
Yes.
thing.
Yeah. I don't know if that's just a dirty rumor or if that's
I'm
like,
sure it's been done. So they have like a little bit of like the. My mom's like, why are you talking about cigarettes? But they have this little thing where it's like a gap of like air for airflow.
Oh, okay.
And like you could put cocaine in there. I've never done cocaine, so I'm not lying about this either. So I don't even know, but like, and then use that as like a bump type of deal.
But like you light it.
No, yeah, a little crack.
Yeah. I'm like, wait. So what? All right.
No, I think it's just a holder, and then
got it.
But dude, Fabrice. Anyway,
Dude,
we got to get away from that
for
topic. He would tell me to go do something on stage in the heaviest French accent.
Oh yeah.
And I would be like, I think I know what he wants me to do, but I'm not entirely sure. But now I got to go on stage and like not question it.
Yeah, that's how that internship felt. Just working at least at Shuba's, because there was definitely a little bit of like, no, like his accent was like super strong, and like whatever he would say to you,
Reeked of cigs.
and sometimes alcohol, like straight up, like
Yeah.
dude was very chill. I got to like, I feel like I got on his like good side after like a while of like, you know, hanging next to him at front of house, like doing like the lights. Did you ever do the lights there?
Yeah, I would like kind of, I would mess around with it a little bit, but like,
Yeah.
I didn't spend as much time at Shuba's. And honestly, I think the internship was it wasn't too long. Like, I feel like it was like a summer, and then actually I got a gig through that at the Concord, and then
nice.
I kind of started working at the Concord more because they actually paid, and I was like,
Right.
wait, this is kind of
Yeah.
so I think I kind of ditched it, but all of it was very good experience.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
There was a time that I specifically remember where I was like, kind of had like the whole light thing down, even though it was just like with the mouse, but I already kind of like knew like the program.
Mm-hmm.
And this band named Boy Pablo came through. Do you know who that is? It's kind of like an indie band from I don't know, from Europe. I don't know exactly from where, but that also might be wrong. But they were really dope, and I was like doing like a whole ass light show for them. I was like, damn, I'm really doing this right now. Like it was just like, it looked cool too, like with the sound, and like I was just like, I don't know, I've always been like a full like lighting, video, audio guy. Like just like I like everything like that has to do with audio, video, and
immersive
lighting
experience. Yeah.
100%. So
Were
kind of,
Yeah, sorry.
it kind of just felt like a little natural. That was all I was gonna say. But what were you gonna say?
You do it to the beat type of deal.
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
what I was doing. I was like, okay, you know, change the BPM on the program.
Yeah, I feel like any like, maybe not any, but like probably most people that can like keep to a beat and like, you know, DJ like could probably VJ kind of. Well,
Yeah.
I'll put that out there. But were these guys? Were they like, oi, like after the show, like come on tour with us? Or,
No,
like-
I wish. That'd be freaking sick.
Yeah.
They'd be like, you got lights? I'm like, no.
Yeah,
I got these.
I know how to. Yeah, if you guys come back here.
Yeah, right.
Agent Oi. I don't know. I just thought of that. That would be like your British alias.
Yeah, one of my friends, his name's Amir. He's one of the co-owners from Satellite Era. He posted on Twitter like a whole like list of like names like that the O could stand for.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, I think he said like Agent O, or Agent Oyster, Agent Oligarchy, Agent Onion, Agent Orgasm, Agent, like he literally said so many other. He just compiled a list. And I'm
Yeah,
just
we need a list.
we need it with all the possible meanings of that O.
Yeah. Word. Well, let's hit an Agent O track.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We've kept you waiting.
Anything in particular you want to play?
I
I see a couple on here titled "No Limiter." I love that.
Yeah, so let's do the first one that says no limiter. Let me
Breakout?
let me do a little backstory on the whole like no limiter like thing. Basically, Mr. Bill put out like this video that literally just changed my life.
Mr. Bill. I mean,
Dude.
he's been in it so
And
long.
like, yeah, I was just like, I mean, I was always watching his tutorials, and like, I don't never not question what he says, but like, I'm like, yeah, I mean, if he says like something like that is probably good, then it's probably good. But also, you kind of have to like, probably also kind of know how to have to like mix down a little bit if you want to just not use like a limiter, you know. That's kind of like, there's like a little bit of like kind of like underlying things that you need to know to understand basically how you were saying earlier, how to like break the rules. Because
yeah, you got to know them.
I'm literally just clipping everything into Ableton with no limiter with both of these tracks.
Yeah.
And I've never done that before until these tracks. So these are like my test tracks for like the no limiter thing. So yeah, but these are kind of like around like kind of like bassy garage tracks that I basically just slammed into Ableton.
What was his general, like, if you could summarize what he was saying?
Basically what happens is like, I think within Ableton there's already like a built-in soft clipper into like the master.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's like
yeah.
enough like headroom for you to like push it just enough that it sounds good. Obviously if you push it too much it's gonna sound like shit, but like you gotta know like that sweet spot. That's kind of like the whole like, I feel like that's where the finessing of not using a limiter comes in, where you have to like know the sweet spot of like Ableton, because there's no settings for Ableton limiting, so you kind of have to just mix into Ableton.
Yeah.
Mix into the clip of Ableton and just hear and listen, and it's just like, okay, cool. But I feel like you have to start that way, because if you have a project that already has like all your processing on it, like forget about it. It's not gonna sound good. Like start a brand new track.
Yeah, you can't just like push it into it afterwards.
Yeah.
You gotta be going into it.
Yeah, immediately just start going into it no matter what. But yeah, that's kind of what I did with these next two tracks, and kind of been experimenting with basically everything I've been doing ever since then, with just no limiter. But sometimes I'm like, if I will use a limiter, it's going to be the Pro L limiter.
I was wondering which one. If it was the Maximizer, the Ozone.
Pro L, and also the stock Ableton limiter.
I use that too, just when I'm like feeling lazy. I'm like, yeah, we're not going to replace it now.
That's
good.
Yeah. But yeah, feel free to run it up.
Let's run it. Oh yeah.
These next two tracks, some of my favorite productions. Like if I could listen to this at a club and I didn't know it was me, I'd be like, holy shit, well, who is this?
I love these chords. This is wild. Oh man, that little that yeah. Damn, dude. I love this.
Yeah, this is
Thank you,
sick.
thank you.
You know what BPM this is?
I think it's like 136.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's like slow dubstep right now. Yeah, that's cool. I just love how you can go in between garage, house, dubstep-y things all within that like BPM.
Yes, sir. That's the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, good shit.
That was
you,
dope.
thank you.
Everything has good space and like there's good call and response. I noticed with like the basses and all the stuff going on. Do you use
Thank
like
you.
a lot of sidechain compression between each element to like kind of give it the center stage or
No, so I do use a lot. So like my sidechain will be like for my kick will be down to 0 volume for sure. Like completely silent every time.
every time the kick hits, it's just like kick.
Yeah. But for like the basses, I just like depending on if it's like a like a stab sound, what I'll do is like I'll put the sound in and I'll like highlight it and then like get the entire everything that's in that same exact like time as that sound. I'll highlight it and delete everything except for that. And then I'll go in and like bring back the sounds that like for like the drums, like I'll like bring back some of like the sounds that were supposed to be kind of carrying that groove so it's not like entirely like lost, it like just complete silence in that one sound and then it goes back. So it's like I do start with silence. I bring that just that sound back in that particular section of the song. Like I'll literally just the entire project, all the tracks highlighted, and then that sound singled out basically. But that's what I'll do for basically only like stab stuff, like fill stuff, just so it like really stands out some more. But if it's like, you know, like the main bass, I'll let that ride out with some more elements.
Yeah. Dude, you're real. I think like the reason that's so exciting to me is because like I feel like I've never heard something like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And like it feels like you're at the tip of something. You know what I
Okay.
mean? You're like ahead of the game.
So someone one time told me, I don't know if you guys know this guy, but Sags, he's like a producer. His name's Justin. He's my boy.
Shout out.
We sat in on a little like video call once, just like on Discord. We were like exchanging dubs, just like listening to each other's music. And he's like, you got like you're really dope at producing, but like you need to like take some stuff out. Like you need to like put some silence in. So like you need to like, you know, like you have like the song, the idea is like good, but it would be a lot better if there was like silence to like counteract like that whatever sound. So like it's not like I'm gonna put just 1 second of silence in my song, but like a silence, like tiny pockets of silence in every sound essentially, or in every track, where like a lot of the times you have reverb or effects going just kind of like, you know, you got your tails kind of just going out. Cutting those out at certain specific points and maybe like bringing them back in or something like kind of gives you like a like upfront sound on whatever sound you're trying to like, you know, get there. And that's kind of like going back to what I was saying earlier, like maybe like cutting those tails or basically having those tails like either in audio. So like if I have those tails in audio, like I will literally like just mute that clip. But if it's like a track that's like MIDI and stuff, I'll literally just automate the mute on the track. It's just to like, so like I'll use the mute automation as like part of like my mixing process, like a decent amount. Yeah.
Yeah. That like won't those like Skrillexy like
yeah
won't, that have the really long tails,
dude,
but you can control that.
So that when I made that sound, I was like, oh, this sounds like Skrillex. I was just like that one little like, it reminded me of that one song off of that is it the Reese's EP, Recess EP, the one with the alien on it?
Probably. Yeah, that's the one.
He's got that one song. What's that one song? And like when I heard that, when I made that and I was like putting this song together, I'm like, did I just recreate that song? I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? And I'm like, cause like I found myself like either making like a bass melody or like a bass sound that like sounded like something that was like in something else. And I'm sure like as producers, like sometimes that happens. You're like, oh
Yeah,
wait,
like,
where is this thing that I'm making from? Like this sounds like something that's already been made.
have you seen that Dead Mouse thing where he finds the sandstorm sound and it's like da-da-da-da-da, and he's like, oh man. Like,
oh yeah, I think I have. Was it like one of those like masterclass videos maybe?
No, it was
think-
his like Twitch stream.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was
okay.
in stream. But yeah, I mean, I would love that. Would be a great little tutorial, like the Skrillex. I'm sure that it's already exists, but
Yeah.
just like I would love to check that out because I mean, I don't know, Lamborghini or Purple Lamborghini, that Skrillex song, that
funk.
won't.
Yeah.
I love that track,
Dude, yeah, that's I love that like little like sound. It's just like
Yeah, you could do your own version of it
Right.
too. Like now that you know the formula,
right.
all right, let's put a chorus on it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
let's do something to make it a little bit spicier.
100%. Yeah, no, that's kind of that particular sound for me is kind of what like made the whole track, like kind of like sparked the idea for the rest of it.
Yeah, it had a I don't know how to put it, but like one thing I wanted to ask you was, you know, you said you got into like cars,
Yeah.
and a lot of your tracks and twin turbo obviously
Yep.
feels like you're racing, and even just those chords. I know that was an H&O song, but like the chords feel like when you start playing Forza and in
hell
the
yeah.
menu it's like ding, 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 ding. It's like
Hell
that
yeah.
racetrack music.
No, I feel that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love that. But so you ever race cars?
I have actually. I back in the day I had I had an Acura Integra that I bought off of Craigslist as a project car, like straight up like this is, well, it ended up turning into like my daily because I was like, all right, well, this car is too fun not to drive every day. But realistically, I probably shouldn't have been driving it every day because it was like pretty hot car. It was loud and like just everything, you know. It was just like
hot as like loud, like you're more likely to get pulled over type of deal.
Yeah, that kind of hot. And yeah, so I was just like, whatever, you know, like I probably won't further this project to like an actual race car, but I did take it to the track a couple times, and that was fun as hell. Like, I mean, just like getting to rip your first like manual, like kind of like project car. So we did, so me and my dad basically like restored it. It was a 98 Acura Integra. We restored the entire body because it had like it was crashed on the side, and it was just like whatever. Like we got a crazy deal on it. We got like 2 other engines with it. When I was like, oh, I'm gonna build one of the engines, I'm gonna drop it in. I was like, you know, wanted to do the damn thing because they gave me all this shit, and I'm like, well, I either sell the shit or put it in the car, you know.
Was this your idea or was it your dad's
Oh
idea?
no, it was my idea,
Okay.
100%. And like he wasn't aboard pretty much, like for like the first beginning the process of me liking these kinds of things. He was like not on board for a little bit, but like I guess I don't know what he saw in me that he was like, all right, fine, let's do this shit.
Probably saw himself. Like he was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I wanted to go fast when I was younger too.
So we got this car. One of my cousins came from Mexico, and he's like a bodywork painter guy. We fucking made a little paint shop in my dad's garage. We had a pretty big garage. Did it all in the garage. Like it was like a whole ass thing. And then we had the engine rebuilt. So it was like basically like from the outside and from like the engine, like a brand new car. But man, it still had like some like electrical issues and like just little tiny annoying things that like, you know, you don't get from like a new car, obviously. I mean, every year car has its own tiny little problems, but like you're talking about this car that's been like heavily fucked with like by previous owners too, and like also probably raced. And like, you know, I remember they actually told me one time, or the guy that was selling it to me, he told me that the accident that was on it was because someone was trying to steal that car from him at gunpoint, and he just was like, I'm out, and he fucking crashed and just was like, oh, I'm out, I'm leaving, like boom.
Damn.
Yeah, so like here I am, this guy, you know, me and my dad are talking to this guy, and he's telling us these stories, and we're like, do we want to buy this car?
Yeah.
And then we're like,
Does it have drugs in it somewhere? Like,
dude, I found a one hitter in there.
Really?
Yeah, it was packed still.
that's so funny.
Yeah, I remember finding that shit. Like my dad didn't find it, luckily, but I knew that those guys were smokers, and like I knew that there was like one of those things that like I'm probably gonna find something in here. And I did, and it was like this nasty fucking one here. I was like, I don't fucking want that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and then kind of fast forward a little more to like my modern car life. I'm kind of just like, my parents got me like another car that was like more reliable, and it was a Subaru Forester.
Great car.
Fucking
Subarus are
dude, yeah, I was like,
boxer engine.
yeah, dude, I love Subarus. That's kind of like my thing now. Always kind of has been since I was like a kid. Like I always wanted like an STI.
I saw a sexy STI I had some car issues today. Got a new muffler.
Oh no.
Yeah. And I saw a sexy little STI. I was confused. Is STI the company that makes STI and WRX, or are they different?
So STI WRX,
That's the car.
so yeah, it's just like the highest. STI WRX is the highest trim of the Impreza. So it's a Subaru Impreza is the base model of the STI, but like people just call it an STI now because like it's literally like that's literally what it is. It's like I wouldn't call that an Impreza anymore. Like,
Yeah, it's a different
literally
thing.
a whole ass fucking different beast.
So, but you got STI, and then you have the STI WRX. That's like the higher.
Yeah. No. You have a WRX, and then you have a WRX STI. So
Okay,
you can
that's
get a
what this
WRX.
was.
Yeah.
It had like that little like pole tab looking thing.
Oh, nice.
On it. I was
little
like,
toe
what
hook kind of deal going.
what is that for?
He thinks he probably races. He's gonna get stuck in a ditch, and he's gonna need to get pulled out by that thing.
Oh, does that pull the seat?
Wait,
Or like,
was it on the back bumper or something?
yeah, it was
or?
on the back bumper.
No, that literally is so that it's like a toe hook point basically.
Oh, yeah,
So you can have like something hang on to there, and the thing that it's screwed into is like the frame.
Gotcha.
So like if you pull from that point, it's like a safe point to like pull that car from whatever you get into. But like
I was literally thinking like you pull it and you just like eject out of your seat.
so you're like driving, someone walks past you like behind your car, and like you go flying out of your car.
Yeah. I'm still like thinking Agent O, like we're doing some
Ejectocito, cuz.
yeah. That's sweet though. Yeah, man. I wish we were talking about this in the start. Like my dad, he knows way more about cars. Like, and the thing is, now cars are so complicated,
Dude, yeah.
and it's, I don't know. I wish I knew more. But when he was growing up, it's like that was the thing to know.
Right.
About your car, or like your guitar, or like
Right.
you know what I mean?
It's like you know about your shit, it's like
Yeah.
it's like you got your things, you got the things you like, but like you know about them kind of vibe.
I mean, I would say like people now, like I was saying, yeah, like like some people don't know about their computers, and computers, there's a lot to get into. Like if you're gonna get into the really technical science, but I would say like I know a decent amount about my computer at this point, and like certain tools like Ableton or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, that was just the thing then.
100%.
So what? Okay, I just want to stick on this for another second because it's
Down.
intriguing.
I love
to me.
cars.
Yeah. So you had that car. Did you race it? You were saying, or is your now daily driver something?
Yeah.
raceable?
So right now that Forester, I still have it. That's my daily, or it's the car that I own that I don't drive daily, but I have a work van, so I drive that daily to work and forth, back and forth. So I don't drive it daily, but it is now, I guess, like my weekend car. But not too long ago, I got into a car accident in the work van, so I was driving the Forester for work. But luckily, it's like, I mean, it's big and like I put the seats down, so it's kind of like my work van. But right now, basically, like my idea for this car, it's a 2010 Subaru Forester XT, so it's boosted, it's got turbo on it, you know, so from factory too. So it's not like I put that on there. So it's basically, in like layman's terms, it's a fat WRX from Subaru. Like they built that. And there's actually also in Japan, we didn't get these. They have that model in the STI version too.
That
So
sounds badass.
what I've been doing is I've been buying STI parts and installing them onto my Forester.
Dude.
So right now I have a full, I got STI steering wheel, STI seats, STI center console, STI wheels. What else?
It's stacked.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I took the, so this one isn't STI, but I took a WRX, like mid pipe, like a exhaust. And I bought some muffler deletes. So the
Over my head. Yeah.
basically I'm taking out the restrictive part of the exhaust, so it's like open flow from the engine to the back, so you get that signature Subi rumble.
Oh, I bet you that makes an emission test harder to pass.
Well, actually, no. No, it's it's I have my catalytic converter still in place, but I took out it's this thing called a resonator. It basically just suppresses. It's like the first level of sound suppression in your exhaust system, and the mufflers, you know, like the big things in the back.
Yeah, that big boy.
That's the second stage of like sound suppression for your exhaust. So I ripped both of those things out.
Nice.
And it sounds dope. It sounds
isn't
fucking dope.
Just the podcast for producers. We do car talk too.
Hell yeah. I mean, it's all, you know, it's all.
Look, I'm sure everyone that listens to this, well, some people probably aren't old enough to drive, but you probably will. Maybe one day.
You can't
We won't be driving.
you can't interview me without like hearing about Subarus.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a pretty big thing for me. So like, I don't know, I'm a Subi guy.
Last thing, I just want to hear like a quick little race story or something. Just
Okay, so in the Forester, it's got like a pretty nice like pickup because it's got like turbo, and I already like, you know, took out the restrictive part of the exhaust. So, and I have just, you know, an air filter, nothing crazy, just enough for like just a little more kick, you know. This one time I was at a light on the highway on 41, and usually like I'm like, all right, like, you know, in my day-to-day driving, so like someone will pull up on the right lane for me and like they'll try to cut me off, and like that won't work, you know, because like I'm definitely gonna be like on it, and I'm gonna be quicker than that. So I have like the car has like a pretty good like, you know, response time for like a fucking sports utility SUV. Like it's literally a fucking soccer mom car that I took and made into like a semi street race car. But I also like lowered it like 3 inches, which is kind of a lot, but had to do it to him. So I'm at this light. I'm at this fucking light, and there's this Dodge Dart, a rally version, which
a Dart. Yeah.
I was like, I was like, it's a fucking Dodge Dart. I don't give a fuck.
But you never know what's under the hood, right?
Exactly. So I was like, whatever, because it kind of looked like. So what I was already gonna do is I was going to just launch off of this light by myself. Like I wasn't even trying to race the guy. I was like, yeah, I'll do a little pull. By myself, and then this guy pulls up next to me, and I'm like, kind of like revving a little bit to like kind of get my RPMs up so I can just go right away. And this guy goes too, like right when the fucking light goes, and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, all right, we're going. And like, we're literally just like neck and neck. We're like going like that the entire time.
Yeah.
I hit 120 and I'm like, all right, I'm done. I don't want to keep racing you. Like, clearly this is an even race. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't even trying to race.
Yeah.
But after like he's like actually started going, I was like, all right, I gotta make sure that my shit. It's a semi-automatic, so I can like put it in sport mode and like shift up or down.
Like Tiptronic or whatever.
Yep. The Triptronic.
Is it
transmission? I think it is. I think it is Trip. Yeah, but yeah, that was one little story. But
Yeah.
I always have like little like encounters with people that will try to like.
Just rev up RPMs and you're
Yeah.
like, okay.
I'm like, all right, dude. I literally drive just a Subaru. It's nothing crazy. I'm like, fuck, I gotta race them now.
Yeah.
Probably good you called that off because I think I know on 41 where you're talking about in Lake County.
Mhm,
too.
yeah,
They'll
right
get
next
ya.
to that AbbVie, kind of like those AbbVie offices, like
Yeah.
the pharmaceutical company.
Yeah.
Right there. Yep.
Yeah, they'll get you.
There's always like
They'll
a cop
get you,
right
yeah.
there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So I was like, oh, 120, I need to chill.
Yeah. Did the guy stop after that, or was
No, he kept going.
he was just like, I'm darting out?
Yeah,
of here.
I was like, dude, you could have that. I mean, I already knew that was an even race, so I was like, I'm not gonna go any much more faster than I need to. Plus, like, I'm wasting my gas.
yeah, dude, driving is sick. I just like those Fast and Furious movies, not the new ones, like the first 3.
Oh, like the one that was playing at the 2000s party. They were playing
Oh, were they? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
was Too Fast, Too Furious. That's the second one.
That's a good one.
The second one, yeah.
That's a good one. Anyway, I mean, like, it's like almost one of those things I wish I got into, and I could see myself like just like putting a lot of money into it. But
Bro,
I'm just
it's a money pit for sure. I plan on like furthering the hobby like a lot more. Like I want to actually do an STI transmission swap to go from automatic to 6-speed. So that's coming up maybe within the next 2 years, hopefully, if everything goes all right. You know, maybe I come up on a little bit extra money, because that is like the thing that's, you know, stopping me. It's like I don't need to completely render my car useless because I don't have another car, just my work car.
Yeah.
So kind of like balancing that out and making sure that I could still use it, but also, yeah, I might throw some extra parts on there here and there.
I get it, man. I mean, at a very low level, I have like kind of a nice little sporty bike
Nice.
that's like Italian and like it's, you know, whatever. It's nice.
Hell yeah.
But you know, when you have something nice like that, it's always more of like a target too, to
100%.
like be stolen or
Dude,
whatever.
yeah.
It's a pain in the ass too, but it's fun. It's
It
fun
is.
to do.
It is, yeah. I mean, the haters are going to be out there. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Word, man. Well, let's I think we hit another track,
Let's do it.
and then, you know, I got some wrap up questions. I don't think that there's anything else that I mean, we could go for a long time, you know,
Yeah.
like, but just for the sake of rapping at some point, I think
Cool.
let's do another track. Should we do the other not limited?
Yeah, let's do that one. I think it's called Front Back. Yeah.
That would be kind of a fun idea for like, just to bring it back to a car for a sec. Isn't there like the computer system in the car limits the car from going past a certain speed so it doesn't like damage it?
Yeah, like there'll be like a limiter or governor. Like
Governor, yeah.
Or,
No governor.
Yeah, or just like the like Subaru for this. So like for my Forester, like they'll brick the ECU, which is like the electronics computer for the car, and it controls the way that the engine behaves, basically. And they purposely, so it's literally the same engine that the WRX has, but with the computer that they put in it, basically makes it slower.
Yeah.
But it's the same like block and head and everything. It's like maybe like the pistons are probably like a millimeter smaller too, but like
Dude,
it's the same ass engine.
They got to take that limiter off, you know.
Well,
what I
that's the
mean?
thing
Just
is, like-
put it in the red.
What you could do is you buy a tune, you put it on a dyno,
Oh,
and
here
then
we go.
and then you fucking hack that shit and you go
Let's
crazy.
go.
You open up that system, and yeah, it's like once you tap in, you're like you're good. Like you can make that power easily.
Word. Well, speaking of power, let's
Hit that power.
let's run it. Same thing, man. It's those like Forza. What was that other? Gran Turismo.
Yeah, dude.
You ever listen to those mixes on YouTube?
I have.
Front to the back.
So can you put like a dub siren on any song and make it a garage tune, pretty much?
Pretty much.
Yeah, there you go.
Pretty much.
Front to the back. Front to the back. Know what it is when I jump on the front to the back. Know what it is when I jump on the front to the back. Know what it is when I jump on the track. Front to the back. Know what it is when I jump on the front to the back. Know what it is when I jump on the track. Front to the back. Front to the back. Know what it is when I jump on the front to the back. Front to the back. Know what it is when I jump on the front to the back. Front to the back. Know what it is when I'm jumping.
Dude, that little like vocal kind of riser is sick.
Oh yeah.
Front to the back. Know what it is when I'm jumping. Front to the back. Front to the back. Know what it is when I'm jumping. Front to the back. Know what it is when I'm jumping. Front to the back. Know what it is when I'm jumping the track. Front to the back. Know what it is when I'm jumping. Front to the back. Know what it is when I jump on the track. Front to the back. Front to the back. Know what it is when I jump on the
Kind of giving me Joyride vibes slightly.
Oh shit. Okay.
I love Joyride.
Dude, me too.
Front to the back. Know what it is when I jump on the front to the back.
Dude, all of the sound effects like just get you hyped and
Hell
fill
yeah.
that space.
Dude, yo.
Jump on the front to the back. Front to the back. Know what it is when I jump on the front to the
Bro, we gotta like set up some kind of like show. Me thinking about that track and listening to it was like we're in Lower Wacker and there's a stage and then there's just like someone doing donuts in like a
Dude.
car.
Let's make a video.
Dude, that would be sick.
I'll rent a car for it.
I got cameras. Like,
Yeah, we got homies too. Let's do it.
dude, that would be a lot
The
of fun.
twin turbo goes to Lower Wacker and just does what people do, you know? I mean, people do that on the regular down there, from what I've heard. But
Yeah.
I think you really got to have a fat group so that the cops don't like.
Yeah.
If there's like enough, you know.
Safety in numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Safety in numbers. Like if you go with like 5 people, you're all gonna get fucking arrested. But also, it won't look as cool in the video, so we gotta pull up fat, you know.
Or you all gotta just have like a whip, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
that too. We're
like,
all
cops, we gotta.
yeah. We're all just like maybe we're all just doing donuts somehow, and then we're just like, "Skirt." But then even then, it's like you said, the safety in numbers, having like all those people in the way of your getaway kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? Because like they're not gonna arrest all you people. They're also, I can't say that they wouldn't run you guys over, but you know, hopefully, you know, that's another thing. Safety, the whole safety of that situation is probably not the safest
It's definitely not
scenario
safe, yeah.
at all.
But I would want to go.
the idea, fucking dope.
I feel like you've thought of this.
Oh yeah, I have. I'm
yeah.
like, I want to be down there doing that shit. But No, I've seen some fucked up videos of like people getting
Crazy shit,
squashed by the person that's doing donuts and like get ran over. I'm like, bro, what are you guys
We're just trying
doing?
to have like a DJ.
Literally,
set.
like we're
Yeah.
just trying to fucking maybe just have a car revving in the background.
Yeah, dude, that'd be sick. Like, you know, like what is it called? Pimp My Ride, where like they would always put like a PlayStation in the back of their car, and
Oh,
the person
yeah.
would be like, okay,
Dude, yeah.
thanks. Like,
Dude, I would love that.
I would
that.
still,
Yeah.
dude, if Exhibit like just pimped out my Corolla and put a PS2 in the back, I'd be so lit. Oh my God.
If I had a Corolla, I would want Exhibit to do the same to it.
It's a beater. Let's just put it that way. It gets me. It's my go-kart
Feel
for the
that.
city.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man, that was fucking dope. I'm excited to hear more of this sound.
So funny enough, I think a lot of people are, especially because like online, Johnny or the kid and I and all my friends are just like talking a lot about like garage and like UKG. Someone the other day, while I was like, I can't remember if I was at that Mike Wallace show, NSW. Someone was like, "Oh, I've been seeing you talking a lot about like UKG, but haven't really seen you guys release that much." And I was like, interesting.
Is that like not a threat, but like what are you trying to do?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It was like, yeah, I know he meant it in like good terms, and I wasn't like tweaking or anything about it, but I was just like, yeah, that's coming. Like, you know, it's coming. But I was also thinking about, I'm like, shit, the way that I was thinking about my next couple of releases, like, and they weren't going to be UKG at all, like for Age and O, but I'm thinking I'm gonna like probably just change that, because right now I have a lot of unreleased music that I've made probably within the past 1 to 3 years. And I'm basically slowly honing in on like the final product. Obviously it's never going to be a final product, but they're all super close. If not, they're already done. I think I have a folder that just says like they're done. I just have to, which is my new endeavor recently, I have to make all the artwork for all these
the blender.
yeah, I've been fucking around with that shit a lot recently, but I want to I think I might change gears a little bit and just focus on, I mean, it's kind of like I've already kind of created the buzz around like the UKG kind of stuff with my friends and everyone. It's just like, all right, well, I think I'm thinking those 2 tracks might be next, if anything, you know?
Dude, catch it or like strike the iron while it's hot type of deal.
Yeah, and like I'm really proud of these, so I'm like,
No, they're
like,
sick.
I really want to just like put them out. Like, even though like I had like plans of like putting out like this music that I've been working on for fucking years, I'm like, I worked on this song for like 3 months, and I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
it's good. And like I was like, I don't want to like overthink shit either.
There's something cool about like the car culture, like racing culture, and you know, music, like underground music. They're underground, or like, I don't know, like skateboarding.
Similar vibes.
It's like, there's like things that are,
It's like a good like kind of like subculture, you know? It's
or like even like almost counterculture too.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a lot
yep.
of this stuff isn't necessarily legal,
Right.
but that's what makes it exciting.
I think
like,
that's what I meant to say. Counter, not sub.
yeah, no, but it is a subculture too.
Yeah.
Subculture.
Baby.
Yeah, dude, that I would be so down if someone just like opened up their trunk and they just had speakers in the back and the DJs were just like connected to that or something. I don't even know. That'd be so dope.
Dude, yeah. There's actually like a rave in the UK, or not a rave. There's a van in the UK that does that. It's like a Sprinter van. They open up the back doors, and the doors have the speakers on it, and they have like one, like just like a sub in the middle, and they'll go drive underneath the bridge and fucking fire it on, and like fucking hundreds of people will flock. And just, I forgot what the name of it. I think it's like, I forgot, but if you look up like just like rave bus, I think something like that will
It's kind of
pop
like
up.
what we want the good bus to be doing.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's more like I mean, that bus, the good bus, it's like an actual bus. Like this transit van is literally what they're using in the UK.
You could take your van, well, the van that got in the accident. I'd
Right.
say, yeah.
Well, it's back in action now.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not big enough for that. I wish
Okay.
but like they have like the tall one where like you can stand in the back. So like you're like,
Oh.
you're like standing and you got this like, you're in the van still. It's pretty fire. But
What's the good van?
the good bus,
Or
Good
the
bus.
good bus.
Is it Midwest only? Because I've seen it at Forest and like Arc
Yeah,
and
so-
like a couple other festivals, but I feel like it's Midwest for the most
the
part.
good bus are some guys. I think if I'm not mistaken, they go by Good Sex. It's like the
Oh, yeah.
artist
Oh, it's
Good
them.
Sex.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh no shit.
Those are
Yeah.
Chicago.
Hey, yeah,
dudes.
it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the mid
Yeah.
era.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's them. That's
Oh,
their
word.
bus. They have like a space too.
So they
kinda just
yeah,
like-
Jared, they like the first time I saw it, they pulled up at the RV section at Electric Forest, and they'll have like a stage there going like after hours or like before the festival even starts, and just like throw parties there and have like
Hell yeah.
local DJs play. And then last year they were last 2 years I think they're one of the stages at Arc. They're like the
Whoa.
small local stage.
That's dope.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and Ronin did sound for them.
Really?
Yeah, they did like a 4-point like kind of like corner system.
Word.
Their surround. I
That
guess,
was that was crazy too, because like, I mean, you're sandwiched between actually like all three stages. Yet if you're on that dance floor, you don't hear anything else. They did it really, really well. Yeah.
Word. I mean, maybe quickly, like we can talk just a little bit, like live sound stuff, like Ronin, and also doing stuff at Primary.
Yeah.
I know that those aren't necessarily the same thing, but
No,
just-
yeah, but it's still all just like me doing sound stuff. So for sure, yeah. So with Ronin, I actually got put on Ronin through Gabe Vermillion.
Oh, word.
So he was like their first engineer when they had like the smallest system and they had like QSC amps or just like budget HSD system, and he's like running it for them. And I mean, he went through hell, he went through heaven with those guys, everything, like blood, sweat, tears, everything, and like I even got to experience like a little bit of that, like kind of like, because I feel like Gabe and I were kind of more of like the guys that try to like push the company to like, I mean, we're like the sound guys, so like we make it happen. And we make it happen no matter what. And obviously, like as a starting company, I mean, they're not a starting company anymore. But like when Gabe was in it, like he would just tell me stories that were like cool, stories that were like kind of like nightmares, and a little bit of everything. But you get that everywhere you go, like no matter what, like.
Yeah.
That's just like what happens, especially in like the live event industry. It's just like so much shit could happen, but. Basically, I was onboarded and Gabe trained me to like run the system and connect it and hook it up and just do the damn thing. And then I ran with that for like probably like a year straight of just like
like that was
basically-
your job.
well, no, I still had my job still, but I was doing that on like the side, and I would even like do PTO days sometimes to go do a festival. Do that, getting the little double dip in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that was basically how I got started into Ronin. Fast forwarding to now with like Ronin, I'm kind of just like a little more like hands off now. Like if there's like a show where maybe I'm performing at it, and there's also a budget for sound, like you'll probably catch me like doing sound and DJing.
Yeah, like the exit
Yep.
show. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, so kind of like that. But with Ronin, I kind of just backed away a little bit just because I was trying to like focus on like music, kind of like some more. But then I also had onboarded some of my homies. You know who Gabe Perez is?
I know Alex Perez.
Hey, yeah, me too. But he this is one of my other homies that also went to Columbia, and he was like working in the that cage.
The cage?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I do.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
So he was working in there, and like I knew like he like sound system stuff and whatnot, and like it was getting to a point where like I was having to do like just a lot of like I needed help. I needed help from like a trusted like person, like especially for like the bigger festivals. Like I'm like, I need to have an A2. I need to have like solid stage hands, like because I'm doing all this work. I'm literally doing all the work for the A1, A2, and like that's what I was doing, and running the show. So and like there would be times where I had to leave the console to go and like maybe
Fix something
on stage. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, we got to onboard someone else now, because this is getting to the point for me where like pressure starts building up, you know, and like I don't mind pressure at all, but like if I could avoid it, maybe sometimes I would, but you know, I welcome it still sometimes. Like,
But that situation was like,
Dude,
we just need more hands.
yeah, and I'm just like, all right, cool. So I onboarded my buddy Gabe. Kind of, the company started picking up some more. They got more speakers. We're doing like dual shows now. And I'm like, you know, I trained this guy already, and I'm like, all right, so we're double booked. You got to go do the show by yourself now. I'm gonna go do my show by myself. You know, we got this. And yeah, like we started getting consistently double booked, and now they're triple booked sometimes, like straight up doing 3 shows at a time. They just have a lot of boxes now, a bunch of speakers.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of how that kind of started going. And then do you know who Christian is? Christian?
Is that the dude that owns all the stuff, or
Christian?
Yeah.
No, Christian is another guy that I brought on because I was gonna kind of like not like skedat, but like I was gonna just be more in the background and just try to do other stuff, because these guys are just straight up doing like sound guy full time.
Yeah.
So like it only like, you know, I mean, I have my full time job. It's sometimes more of a hassle to make time for that than it would be for like a full time sound guy that's freelancing who could just like, oh, I need the work, you know, like. So that's kind of where I kind of like did like the trade off, where I'm like, well, my homies are already doing the sound guy thing, and they probably know a little bit more than me at this point because they're consistently doing it and they're on it. I'm not, you know, it's a side gig for me. Like basically just pass the gig on to them, and they got another guy. So that's how they're doing, like, you know,
They're building.
dude, they're building. They got
They're building, baby.
they're triple booked, and like I'm sure they're
that's
getting like
dope.
hella speakers.
So, but you got a lot of good knowledge from doing that, especially getting in at an earlier stage, not as ground floor as like, Gabe, but I mean.
Oh yeah, no, I learned a lot. I mean, I dragged those subs through like mud, like just straight up like.
And you probably just got like a great understanding of, you look at a system at a show and you're like, that's going to sound good. Or, I don't know, that doesn't make that much sense. Or like
100%. Yeah, no, I learned a lot. Yeah, that's the main thing that I could say that built my chops up as an engineer, like as most as it could. Like, I mean, you're literally messing with like, you know, power generators, like, so fast forward a little to primary now. Yeah. So like I basically hadn't been doing any like sound stuff other than like the one-off like here and there. Like one of my buddies has another sound system that he does like paint parties with. He'll hit me up with that, and like,
I love the sound system culture.
Dude, yeah.
Though. It's just like, yo, I got a system.
Yeah,
let me pull up.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
So he'll hit me up sometimes to DJ, but it's also like a gig where if you're DJing, like you're setting up the speakers, setting up the lighting and everything. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. But at primary, the way that I got in there, me and Gabe Perez, the other guy that does with Ronin, I mean, we were going there consistently, and we're like, bro, doesn't sound good in here. Like, what are we gonna do? Yeah. And there's like this guy that works there. His name is Zenas. He's like kind of like
that's a cool.
He does like the whole basically like operations for like artists. He's kind of like artist relations, but also was doing like the lights and visuals on the primary screen. So in that little room, originally was just supposed to be like a lighting booth essentially, so you can just be in there and play with the shit. But me and Gabe talked to Zenus and we're like, it sounds like shit. We need to fix this. How, like, you guys trying to fix it or not? You know?
Yeah.
And he's like, I think we should, but I need to talk to the owner. So he talked to the owner and he's like, I think we could do that, especially because, you know, we have some, I think there was like some investors that were telling them, like, or not even like investors, I guess, more like partners, because they weren't like actually directly giving them money, but they're like, yeah, if you get like a front of house guy and like someone doing sound, we'll send you artists of a certain caliber, and like percentages will be talked about between that partnership and Primary.
For sure.
I don't know too much details about that, but that's kind of like how the door opened up originally for us, where like they wanted to have like more like national talent come through to there. So like you gotta have a sound guy, right? You can't just have the control at the DJ mixer.
No, this is all you know, like filling puzzle pieces for me, because when I think of Primary, I think of it as an up and coming. I mean, it's been around, but it's more just in my radar. It's getting better shows, and it seems like because of all of this.
So now
upgrading.
So they were like, they approved it now. So like we got the funding for all the gear and the labor to make this shit happen.
Nice.
And so the main thing that we needed to pull 2 AES lines, which is basically like a Cat 6 cable shielded with like a XLR kind of like connector at the end of it.
What? Some kind of chimera cable that's...
Yeah, it's basically just like a shielded cable that you can plug in, but like an XLR, but instead of the 3 pins of the XLR on the inside, it's a Cat 6. Yeah.
Interesting.
And you can transmit audio through that. Like,
that's dope.
Yeah.
Dude, cat cables can transmit a lot of different data.
Yeah. It's fucking nuts. Yeah. So we ran 2 lines so that we can have like basically control of all the speakers and like inputs and outputs. I think we ran it to, so in that, so like, you know, like that DJ booth, right? At Primary.
Yeah.
So we have 2, like the 2 lines are there, but they go back to that room.
Yeah, that mysterious room. If you ever go to Primary, you enter, there's like the coat area, and then at the like left end by the bathroom, there's like this room with a little slit, and there's like a dude in there, and you're like, what the fuck?
That dude is me now. Unless it's like a NSW show, I'm usually out on the floor doing sound, because I'm like, but you know, there are techno nights. There are there was one night I walked in there, they're doing like a male stripper night, like. Yeah, I was like, oh, hey, we're doing sound, baby. Yeah, but I was like, this one I'm staying in over here. Just like whatever. Like, I'm going to do the lights now. Because that's also like another good opportunity, is where I don't have to focus on the sound as much. I can kind of just like let it be loud and not have to be out there tweaking it every little bit. And then I can just like actively be doing lights or visuals, which is like pretty much also part of the job, because if, you know, we get to curate all of that because it's all back there anyways. And he taught us how to use all that shit too. So going back to that cable pull though, that was like one of the things that I was just like, holy shit. It was kind of a bitch because there's like a slit that comes up to the DJ booth, and underneath that, so we had to move that sub on the left, and it exposes like underneath the DJ booth, and there's a pipe that goes down. And like at first I'm like, okay, where is that going? So I am just like looking around and like looking at the walls, and I'm like, oh, there's like an access panel right here. Pop the access panel off the wall, and I'm like, there's another tube in here. And I see that there's also cables, and I'm like, wait, are those the cables? And so there's a tube that goes down and does like a U shape. So that floor where the DJ booth is concrete. So you can't really get in there unless there's like a path. And that path was that tube that they put in there for us. But it was pretty full. So we couldn't...
cables?
Yeah, and we have to pull these XLR, like Cat 6 cables through there. And I'm just like, this is not going to be fun, but I think it'll be doable. So I start, so there's already like a cable in there that is cut. So I'm like, okay, well, that's our pull string. That's what we're going to tie our
fishing.
Yeah,
like-
that's what we're going to tie our new cables to. And I'm going to get into this access panel where the other tube was, and I'm just going to just pull. It was the worst, probably one of the worst pulls that I have to do, because I pull cables for my job too. But just the angle that I was at, because usually I have like, you know, very clear conduit where I can just pull cable through. But this one, like in the wall to the right of the wall, and the pipe's over here. So I'm like sticking my hand in, pulling out through this hole. So like I didn't really have too much leverage. So it was pretty hard. So I had this genius idea to put some soap down there. Put some soap in the tube, and literally I started pulling, and it started slipping, and it started pulling. And I'm like, okay, sick. So basically that's a technique that you could use if like you can't get cables through, you lubricate them. There's actual cable lube that you can put in there, but I was in a pinch. So I didn't have that
because it doesn't react with like electrical parts. Or
no,
like
it's just like a gooey, liquidy kind of like, you know, it's just gonna help the cable get through. Like it's just gonna lubricate it. So we got that through, ran that back to that room, and then basically that goes into like the it's like a UI-24 Soundcraft like rack mixer, like a console.
Okay,
but we don't actually have faders, so we have to use the iPad. So basically, the way that we get the DJ through the speakers back again and have the control of those outputs is through that interface of the UI-24 now, which was non-existent before.
Dude, you are crafty. Like, let's just put it that way. Like that's amazing that you like know how to do all this stuff. And again, kind of going back to the point where like just a lot of people don't have that hands-on like know-how.
Yeah. I try to get it out there and doing the damn thing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You got it. I think you got that engineering brain where you're like, oh, let's like fuck around with this and like tinker with
we
it.
We literally like revamped the entire
dude.
So it was like a whole ass like,
I thought that my setup was technical. I was like, I got like a couple cables. Like
it was pretty involved. At first, it was kind of daunting, but once like we had like the plan, we're like, all right, we're doing it, and it worked. We're like, dude,
good shit.
Yeah, I was like, no,
high fives all around.
Literally,
Let's go,
like
boys.
I was just like, damn, we're smart.
Yeah.
We know things.
That's dope, dude. And I hope like. I like getting into the technical stuff. Like again, like this like engineering brain. Like I'll talk to my dad and he'll tell me about all these. He's a contractor and like he just knows about all these pulleys and screws and just shit that like flange. I'm just like, dude what? Yeah. And just to hear him talk about it sometimes is like what you were just doing. Like it's this type of cable. We had to do this, and I had this kind of like whatever. Yeah, it's just interesting to me. I'm like engineering. Let's go.
For real. No, yeah, it's definitely fun shit for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of troubleshooting. I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yes, most definitely is.
Yeah. Word, man. Well. Thank you for taking us through that. I think for the people that do go to primary, it could give them a little bit of appreciation for how much work goes into some of these productions. Definitely. So appreciate that.
Hell yeah, man.
Let's bring this home. Let's do it.
Do it.
I'm gonna ask you my wrap up question, and maybe we play another track. But I'll also like. I don't know. We could keep some secretive too.
True. Well, there's 6 on there.
Yeah.
And we can play one more so we can keep the last 2 secret.
Okay, cool. But we'll do that.
Cool.
So yeah, I will my last question is, we talked about what was your first concert, but what's like the craziest concert you've ever been to? Like your favorite concert experience? And honestly, since you have you're sometimes behind the scenes. It could be one of those too, like being part of it in that way.
I will have to say bittersweet, but definitely the craziest one. So last year, I went to Electric Forest with Ronin, and like, yeah, we did sound at the after parties basically, and there was just like, I don't know, like Subtronics pulled up, like John Summit, Vide, Black Carl, like literally just random, but like also like sick, you know, like I mean Black Carl, Vide, obviously super
Vide,
dope
dude.
producers. Like
I interviewed Vide so long ago
Oh, you
for the
did?
podcast.
Oh, shit.
Over the internet.
damn, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So long ago. Yeah, he super nice guy.
Dude, yeah, was it when he was like part of like Lost Dogs and stuff?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Golden days. Nah, he's still in his golden days. The fuck am I talking about? That boy's fucking dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, Electric Forest that year, Gabe and I also got to do a set on this like massive like fucking Ronin sound system, like the HSDs, man. And I mean, we set it all up. We were all manning it, and it was just like, it was a lot of fucking work. So like, I guess when you say like the term crazy, like it was like crazy good, and also like just like so much shit happened, like because I was working too. Like one of the nights that we were like pretty much like figuring out if we are gonna like pack up, people ended up kind of like dipping and kind of falling asleep in cars, and like I was one of those people, and I woke up and I'm like, oh, do you guys like need help with anything? And like I'm still kind of like half asleep, and they're like, oh, just grab those last 2 bike racks. So I grab them, walking over to go put them where they need to go, and I drop one of them, and like it kind of like scissors in between like my hand, and like I'm like, ah, shit. And it didn't feel like I got cut, but it felt like just like a numb like thud kind of thing. And I look at my hand, and I'm like, oh shit. And then when I went like that, I felt like something hanging from my finger.
Oh my
And I'm like,
God.
oh hell no. And then it felt cold, like if it was like wet. And I'm like, oh shit. And like literally like my whole pinky skin just like ripped off. Like I had to get stitches at Electric Forest. I was like, fuck. So
Yeah.
that's pretty crazy.
No, that's pretty wild. I thought you
Yeah.
were gonna say too that your like finger was like literally hanging loose. And I was
Oh,
like,
no.
I think if I saw that myself, I'd just be like, I gotta go. Like, all right, I'm out.
Well, I saw that and I'm like, ooh, do I rip this off? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, do I just, but I didn't. I was like,
Yeah.
like I showed someone, I was like, should I just like rip the skin off real quick? You know, like, cause like when you get like a little like cut and like, it's
Yeah,
like a
a
little
little
bit,
flapper.
you kind of just like, tick, and you're like, whatever. But that was a big flapper. And I was like, I don't know, maybe I probably shouldn't. I might lose my fingerprints or something.
Yeah. Which would add more to the agent aspect.
Exactly.
Like,
Fingerprintless.
yeah. No, but that's real. Last point is just that, like, when I was a stagehand for a while, and like, you got to be careful, man.
Oh,
Shit
yeah.
can get jammed, like fingers
Oh,
can
yeah.
get jammed between shit. You're trying to put stuff in a car, something slips.
So many moving heavy parts.
Yeah. And like, we're just flesh and
Yeah.
bone. So like,
I mean, each one of those subs is like 350 pounds. Like they don't use like lift gates in the truck. There's like a ramp. Oh shit!
oh
Sorry.
yeah. Oh, no.
Didn't mean to kick the camera. It's
Are
like,
we still? Yeah. No, you're good.
yeah. 350 pounds, like going up like one of those like U-Haul ramps. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. They don't have the thing where you put it on and then
No, the lift.
It's like just yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure one day they'll get on that grind for
Yeah,
sure.
that
but
does make it a little easier.
it definitely, yeah. I mean, like you said, we're flesh. Those things are heavy as fuck, but
Yeah.
safety first always.
Hell yeah. Word, man. Well, let's run it. What are we running?
Remind me which ones I sent. I know there's one in there that's like
So we got Jump, we got Screwface, we got a track with Vermilion, and then we got Get Back.
So Jump is a short one. That one was like a quick little like beat that I made like in like a couple of hours.
I mean, if you're okay with it, could we play the one with Vermilion? Because
Yeah.
I feel like we've mentioned him a lot.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's definitely do it. Is that Salvage?
Bounce Back.
Bounce Back. All right, this one's tight. This one's tight. So this one's off of our 4-track EP that's coming up. Don't know when yet, but we're kind of looking for a home for it right now. We're shopping it around, but check it out.
guys are wild, bro. This is fucking. This is wild. This shit, like, for some reason, out of all of the tracks, just smacks so hard.
Gabe and I really focused on this mix down. Like, really, it was like the focus for sure.
Not like a quick and dirty.
No. Grinded on this one.
What does he say?
Boom shock.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. I'm glad that we listened to that one. That was
yeah.
wild.
Yeah, that was sick.
That gets me hyped.
Dude, those like old school dubstep wubs
Yeah.
are like what I feel has been missing from bass music for a little while. Like we steered so far away from that. And
We're definitely steering
it's-
very far from that.
It's coming back in a
I agree.
good way. I'm really digging it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Dude. Yeah, bro. That gets me hyped to interview Gabe.
Dude, yeah. The whole, so it's a 4-track EP, like I was saying, and yeah, I think we wrote it in probably like 4 or 5 months, but like we're like hitting fat like
Yo,
5-6 hour long sessions, like
you gotta shop that guy.
dude,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, and we're just like, yeah. I mean, worst comes to worst, we've self-released. Like it's not gonna
Sure,
be the
yeah.
end of the world, but like we're definitely shopping. So we'll see who picks it up.
Yeah. Do you guys have any name for yourselves, or are you gonna do just the like?
Just like the we're gonna make like a collab EP, just like
Yeah.
you know, each individually. So probably not like a project, but
Yeah.
I do like working with him and making music with him, like just collaborating with someone that like you're close like that with, and like it just feels natural, you know, as opposed to like trying to do like a collab online. Like I'm
Yeah.
not that good with like doing collabs online. It's not that like I wouldn't do it. I would definitely try, but I'm more of like an in-person, and I know like a lot of people are not that way. So it's especially like, you know, as producers, we're definitely kind of more like the introverted, maybe trying to be to ourselves kind of vibe. Because I mean, being a producer is very much a solo thing for the most part, but obviously you've seen me doing other shit. Everyone loves collaborating. It's one of those things that like once you get to like a comfortable point in like a collaboration process, you're like, feels like we're actually making art, like we're together, you know. Like,
so tell me this, dude, how many times trying to make a track together did it take before you were like, yo, we got like something actually releasable?
2 tracks probably.
2 tracks, okay.
Yeah.
See, like, yeah, it's not always the first. It just depends, man.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to be comfortable with telling somebody that the shit sucks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or like, yeah, that thing, we got to not do that.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. No,
After
yeah.
a couple times, you can finally be like, "Yo, I'm not feeling that." Like,
Each idea definitely had its you know, or oh yeah, I might like that, or maybe not, you know, like, but just like that's the thing, whereas like you can just be honest with someone, and it's just like a smooth critical process in a way. It's like you're not like you're not overthinking it, but also like you're not trying to hold your own thoughts back, because it is a collaboration process. You want to put everything on the table for sure.
Yeah, you want to let it kind of do its thing and then make quick judgments or
Yep.
yeah, collabing is like a whole
Well,
art form in itself.
For sure.
But it is special.
Mm-hmm.
Word, man. Well, that was fucking dope. I am stoked to hear all of this new music.
Oh yeah, man.
Maybe after the pod, we'll listen to the other two also
Yeah.
because I just want to hear them.
Let's do it.
But yeah, man, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on. Like, this has been a blast.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Where can people find you?
All social medias. I've kind of been doing like a little test. Maybe it's just my phone, but like if you just start typing in agent, like my thing's popping up.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
You're on that SEO.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I'm like, oh shit, okay, like that's kind of dope.
That's great.
But yeah, like I said, I don't know if it's like my computer or not, but it might be. But
Like
agent,
your
yeah,
Google.
yeah. Agent I don't know why I couldn't get like the actual name, but it'll be agent _ O, or sometimes it'll be like a couple underscores. But for the most part, if you type in like agent O, you'll find me.
Yeah, and then it's like you got one profile, you get to like a link tree, and then you just got it all.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know when this is going to come out, so I would normally ask like any shows coming up or anything, but just follow this man and you will know when things are happening.
Yes, you will.
Yeah. Word. Well, fucking I don't know how to end this. Every time I'm just like,
Thanks for
wait,
listening, guys.
we
what
got-
did that
we got our
guy say?
taglines.
Yeah, we need what?
Yeah, we got our taglines, dude.
Oh yeah.
Protect your ears, back up your fucking hard drive.
Yes.
And also, what did he say in that song? When I was like, what did he just say?
oh wait, no. Boom shock.
Boom,
Boom shock, baby. Let's go.
shock.
All right. Well, later.
Peace.
Damn.